Yo, welcome. Happy Thursday. I hope y'all are doing well. Been a week, right? Last week, FlutterFlow came out with 6.0 features, and this week they came out with pricing changes. Makes sense. I'm just trying to follow all of the chaos that's going around. But I hope that we'll find a path forward, right? I hope that there's maybe some reconciliation on some of the breaks in those walls for the payment barriers. But uh, dude, I just don't want to. I hate drama. Like it's so frustrating, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on that stuff, like experts program, partner program, pricing. It's whatever, dude. I There's so much that can happen. At the end of the day, Flutterflow's improved greatly. They've added a lot of features over the last 4 years. Those prices have never changed since we launched. So, uh, you know, hey man, yeah, pricing changes suck. They always suck. Um, and do I agree with them? Not really. I don't. I wish they would decipher some out to empower the freelancers. I think the freelancers are really hurt the most here. And you know, anyways, that's my thought. As a team, as a larger agency or a fairly large Flutterflow agency, we're really a design first agency, so that's where we focus. I get it. Like I wish they would hurt us more, and I don't know. It's just something, man. It's something. So, anyways, okay. I Those are my thoughts. Flutterflow 6.0 launches, pretty sweet. I missed the whole announcement. I was out in the country of Texas working a camp, basketball camp. Actually, I was. It was an ode to my former self, right? The athlete that I once was. Uh, so it was a lot of fun with some good friends, hanging out with my fam and pouring into some kids outside of the tech world, which is fun. I'll get back to that some point in my life. Sick, dude. So, Flutterflow 6.0, they launched MCP servers, a good bit of developer centric improvements, which are really helpful. I'm not a developer, so I need to spend time sort of focusing on how to work those into um, my workflow essentially. So what I wanted to try was the Figma update, though. They have like a new. I need to do this actually in another project. I think I'm going to save this. My the workout project that we were doing yesterday, right? I want to save that, and I wanted to see like what it would. I don't know what we can do with Figma, and so I'm going to. Oh, actually, saving before connecting Figma, and I'll share my screen. I really just want to build. That's what I enjoy doing. So I don't want this live stream to be drama filled uh, at all. So Mark's with his family. I'm letting him enjoy that time, and we're gonna try to have some fun, just building apps if that's cool. So if you guys comment or anything, I would love to respond. I don't mind a little discourse, but I just, man, there's so much drama on tech Twitter, and both in design and development, right? It's just everywhere. And I'm not a drama-filled person. I like to be in the shadows, so I'm just gonna keep building, put my head down, and if you guys are commenting, I guess I'll have to be on YouTube because I don't think I'm getting YouTube comments actually. So give me a second. I go to my channel live. Yeah. Oh, need to comment that out. Okay, live chat. Okay. All right. Sweet. Good morning. Yeah. So KJ, sorry about that. Um, Yeah, I'm not getting those. I'm not getting YouTube comments in my restream chat. So, all right, let's build. Let's see what's possible. So they announced a better Figma implementation. So if we go over here to our themes, we should go to design system and we can connect to Figma. We can import a Figma theme. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to connect it to Figma. Oh, nice. Let's go ahead and import a theme. Import your theme from Figma. Nice. This isn't so bad. So colors, typography, this is pretty similar. Share button in the upper left corner, copy the link below. Okay, I'm going to go find a Figma. Where's my Figma stuff? Okay, finance app. I don't know if I want this one. I'm going to just drag my Figma over here. There's another app that we did that I really like the design system of. So let me find that and we will get it. So sweet. Curiously excited about yeah, dude. I would love to. I want to know more about the MCP server. I think that's very powerful. Like that exact scenario that Victoria went over, like updating the back button throughout the application. I have that right now. Like I want to basically create. We're doing a marketplace, and it's for web and mobile. And the default transition is like slide left, slide from right to left. But on web, that looks so funky. Like it's so funky. And so uh I just want to update, like I want to implement uh like a conditional action or something, and just wherever there is I don't know if it could do this, but this is a little more complicated than just replacing a component. But anytime there's like a transition to a page, I want to implement a conditional action where if screen width is larger than, or if is web maybe, we do an instant transition to the same thing. And then if it's mobile, you do the transition, the right to left. So sweet. So, all right, we have 69 colors. We have 0 mapped. Okay, these are custom colors. Here, found 69 colors. All right, all right. Brand colors, primary. Yeah, let's do that one. Secondary. Yeah. Trying to think. Let's see. Okay. Primary. Yes. Secondary. Yeah. These are all imported from uh, Figma, but they're just custom colors. That's annoying. Don't necessarily want just custom colors. Alternate. We need something like I'm just gonna remove that. Utility colors. Okay. I don't know if this actually helps me with my I don't know if I sort of want like an intelligent mapping. This is, I guess if the names were correct, then that would make sense. But since they're not correct, I do like this. I do like the map to 2 colors here. I'm gonna just come up here to the map colors, and I'm gonna just remove all. That's nice. So we'll save and continue. No project fonts. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep these, I guess. I do like, so FlutterFlow did allow for some custom fonts. I did like that. I thought that was really nice. You can now add additional. Typography styles, right? Here you go. You have additional typography styles in FlutterFlow, which is pretty sweet. That is so they had a couple UI updates. So this was one of them. They didn't even announce. And then they have, move the Command K menu up top, I guess. Uh, and then also those inline functions. I have yet to use them. I don't know if you need a new project in order to see those. I I guess we imported this. Hey, Nick is web. I like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to just undo all of this because I don't like this theme actually. I wanted to see, I want to import screens here. I think you can do this, right? Page component. We can generate with AI. Okay. You're supposed to get something like Figma down here. I would like to create a workout page that has a timer, the workout details, and the ability to progress through my exercises. Okay, let's see if that works. I'm going to just go back to my theme and I'm going to implement this as my dark mode. Oh, yep. Cool. I'm just going to bring all that up. Okay, so I found that it can still be jarring transition from mobile if on iPad, depending on the UI. Yep. Switch to using default transitions if screen width, small breakpoint, else instant. Yes, Nick, I agree. I think it's a bit of a challenge to get there, but or like it's a conditional action. You almost have to like make an action block or something. I don't know. Um, it's annoying to like always do that uh, sort of like conditional. It's a conditional action, so it's a little bit annoying, but all good. That's what I'm doing now. I'm just sort of like, hey, if mobile, then transition normally. If desktop, instant. And then also I have like some things where I'll have modals instead. So I have this, a lot of things are, and that's why building with components is so important, right? Not just pages, but building with components. Okay, cool. I've just been talking and chatting and trying to do this stuff. So I wanted to, like I said, I don't care about the drama. And I just want to build sort of personally. I'm building a small workout app. I want the ability to I've sort of tried this as well. I've explored this in Lovable and I've explored this uh in DreamFlow. So I do have I think there's basically a fairly decent one in Lovable. I'll show you here. So this is sort of what, right? This is the one I have in Lovable. This is my example. And then this is DreamFlow. Let's see if it'll sign me in automatically. Maybe so, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and come over here. I have a workout tracker, fit track. So I have this one. Let's go ahead and copy and paste here. So this is sort of what I'm working against, right? I've created this workout. You can start, and this isn't optimized for web, right? This one is sort of, you can add in squats, exercise, you can push-ups, you know. Now I have an on enter exercise added, push-ups, lunges, and sit-ups, let's say, right? Uh, Full body. Cool. And then I think I have to come down here to start the workout. So this is my full body workout. I have a timer here. I have a progress bar indicator. I think I have a complete rep. So here, there you go. This is um, you see, I don't know, in a workout app, I don't know if I want to complete reps in page navigate to. Yeah, Nick, you're probably right there. Sorry. Yeah, Nick was saying action parameter or action blocks probably want to provide that parameter. So I'm not a huge fan of this like complete reps. I just want to enter the total amount of reps. Like I don't know who's sitting there and like on sit-ups or something pressing buttons. Same thing with DreamFlow. that's what it gave me. It gave me like this ability to click a rep, like I blah blah blah, and I'm like, homie, I don't want to complete reps, right? I just want to enter the reps that I did in a certain amount of time. Like for me, I'm just trying to do a 1 minute timer. I want to enter the amount of reps that I did, and then I want to continue to the next exercise. So we're close here. We have push-ups, start timer, reps. Um, I love this next. So this is sort of what we're going to build. This was my prototype. I just want to customize. These were both DreamFlow and Lovable. It was probably about 7 to 10 prompts. Probably took me an hour or so to build. So this is just an idea of what we're going to try to build. And we're going to try to build it a little better. I'm doing it really simple, right? Super simple here. And we're going to see if my page, let's see if the page works. Okay, today's workout, pretty ugly in all honesty. I'm gonna give it a 2 star. But we're going to insert it because it gives us a little bit of, it gives us a starting place so we can remove stuff. So let's say workout, workout active. Okay. Oh, all right, we may remove all of this. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do some padding up top here. Okay. Today's workout. I don't know what the settings button does, so I'm going to remove that. And yeah, you know what? Actually, I don't really like this at all. I think this is not very good. So I'm going to remove, let's see, container over here. What is this doing? Um, don't like this. I do want this timer. I don't know why it's being bound. Let's just go ahead and unbind that. Go ahead and set this to 8. And I'm going to make this app bar primary. I'm going to remove this padding and border radius. I want that to be up top here. Today's workout, it could probably be a little smaller than that. And we're going to take away the center title. Today's workout. That's nice. Okay. All right. So here's a pause button, play button. Is this actually a timer? No. So we need a timer here. Okay. We're going to start at, yeah, we just want a minute. Nice. So I want my timer to be large. I want this to be very large. 57. What is that? That's a weird. Okay, 57. I'm going to make it 64. Oh, thank you, FlutterFlow, for crashing on me. All right. Let's dive back into it. I'm going to close this out. That was my. All right. What's up, Kareem? Glad to have you, dude. Um, okay. We're working on, yes, I need to report that. I will later. We're just working on a workout active. I'm going to try to get this working where I can just, I have my workout, right? I created it with sets and I had an example of it, I guess. Here we have a name, exercises, and then the goal reps. And then all I want is a page where I can come, enter a timer. I can start the timer. I can have intervals of rest in between. I probably want like a page view in here. So I'm gonna remove this because this is probably worthless. And this, I do like that what they're doing here with maybe this glass look and feel. It's not bad. Not bad. Cool. All right, we're gonna make this text though. Yeah, make it there. Oh, something. This is not following my theme at all. Okay, so we have a timer up top. We're going to start that timer. So I'm gonna have a little page. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this component. Boom. Workout timer. Always start with components. This is gonna be a good habit to get into, right? Timer. workout timer. That's what this whole live stream is all about, really. It's just about like how to apply best practice and build something that's scalable. So we're going to start here. Cool. Components. We're going to have a timer running. This is just going to be a Boolean. That's going to help us show hide a play pause button. Okay. So it's going to be false to start. We're going to do that. I'm going to change these button styles. I don't like this style. I'm going to just update both of them to have border radius of 8, a background of 1, or a secondary, and then an alternate with a 1 pixel. Nice. Okay. So we have pause here. We're going to need a play. Play. Cool. Okay. We're also, so the way that timers work in FlutterFlow, I'm going to update this icon with a play button. But the way that timers work in FlutterFlow is you can start them, you can stop them, and you can reset them. Okay, there's no idea of pause actually. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to also have a timer value here, timer value, and it's going to be a integer, and that timer value is going to be set by this. And then what we can do is, this is a great thing. So we can actually set the time. Maybe you don't want a minute. Maybe you want 30 seconds. Maybe you want 2 minutes for this. So you could actually set this timer from that page state. So here, right? And we can set this from that page or component state now, timer value. So on component load, we're going to update that component state, okay, with the integer. Timer running, false, obviously. This is just all best practice, right? We want to make sure that we're setting our Booleans, and we're going to set this value. Boom, 60. Okay. And then the timer, there's this wonderful little thing called an action on the timer. Pompu Global Hypermarket. Hey, Sean. Thanks for joining, dude. You can ask a more generic FF question. Sorry, you have a really long YouTube name, but go ahead and ask, man. We're going to, on the timer is going to update the component state, okay? So it's going to update the component state every time this goes down. Boom. And we're going to say update component state, timer value, and it's just going to be this timer value. We should have that. Boom. Okay, cool. Now we will be able to we should be able to play and pause and then play again. I'm going to just go ahead and run this, and we're going to just try to get to this workout page and see if this will work. So again, all we're doing, we're setting up some base functionality. Now Lovable did this, and DreamFlow did this. They just didn't, I don't know. They didn't do it well. They did it right. They didn't do it in the format that I wanted to. So I could be prompting right now. You could be watching me prompt. I don't know, but this is, whoa, label small. Oh my gosh, come on, dude. Timer value, can't use timer value because it's declared more than once. Okay. Well, we have some errors there. Okay, timer value. Boom. Let's see if we can, maybe sometimes you just have to test again. Some of these label, let's see, type. Yeah, we will delete these. I'm getting some errors for that. Is already declared in the scope. String, timer value, string time. Okay, already in the scope. All right, that's weird. Add custom, I like that. Well, we may not even be able to. Okay, timer value, ms, boom. We are setting this, right, from the timer value. there. We're doing minute and seconds. Nice word. Introvert. Yes. Okay. Interval. Countdown. Yes, that's what we want. Because countdown will allow us to at the end, right? When the timer hits 0. Oh, this is on timer end. Rakatadada. See? We have timer end. Okay. Perfect. Timer has ended. Okay. So we're going to, instead of doing that, on timer end, we want to update the timer value actually. So here, we'll come in here on timer end. What we're gonna do is when you pause and play the timer, we're gonna reset the component state with the updated value. Sweet. Okay, what is the best way to trigger app updates for web apps, similar to how FlutterFlow do things when accessing their platform through browser? There's a question coming through on YouTube from CompuGlobal. So similar to how FlutterFlow do things when accessing their platform through browser, there's a pop-up and it clears the cache on reload. App updates for web apps. I mean, okay, gotcha. Uh, CompuGlobal, I guess that's a good question. Most things should update. Uh, Man, that's a good question. Most things should update. I guess you would have to have like a version number that would be stored in local state, possibly. And then if the newest version coming from you would have to like feed something through the database. So you could have like app version numbers essentially. And if the app version number coming from the database is different than your local state, then you could pop up a modal. So it would be a persisted app state, more or less. That would be like version 0.1, right? And then every time, or you would have a timestamp of when you checked that last, and then you would basically check that periodically. So if the timestamp is different than today, maybe, or whatever, then you would check that. You would do a backend query. You would check, and if so, then on page load action, you would pop up a modal. Hey, refresh your cache. You'd probably have to do a custom action to refresh the cache, but that would be one way. So I know that was fast. Yep. Yep. Um, okay, sorry. We're gonna get back to this. I'm gonna get back to the building. So we're gonna update on timer end. We're gonna update the component state. And we're just going to do the timer running equals set value false. Nice. Stop. Okay. I'm wondering, I want this to work. I don't know why this isn't working. Pause play. So let's go ahead and set up our actions here. We're going to play timer. Okay. Okay. Previous declaration of timer value workout conflicts with the implicit setter of the field timer value. Okay. Let's open those logs. We're going to see this. Class workout timer. Conflicts with timer value. Okay, conflicts with the implicit setter of the field timer value, components, timer value, int value. Okay, we may just need to set the setter timer value isn't defined for the class. Okay. Um, because it is declared more than once. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and set our component state maybe with a default value. I think that's probably what we need to do. We're already doing that. So okay. We'll try it. We'll try it. Sorry, we're going to start timer. We're going to pause timer, right? So this pause timer, we're going to do two things. We're going to update the component state. Timer value because it's cleared more than once. Okay. So maybe we need to just change the value. I'm thinking the name actually needs to change. So timer running false and timer value update. Yeah, I think that's probably what we need to do. So I have timer value here. I think what it's telling me is change the name here, local. That's what we'll do. Because this is obviously the timer value. And since things are camel case, that's probably what's happening. So I think that's good news. I think we should be able to do this. So play, pause, update component state. This should be set from the local state, false, sweet. And then what we can do is we can update this play button to only be shown when the timer running is valid. Yes, nice, nice. See, that was the way we solved that issue. See how many issues we had before, and we were able to solve that issue. So there you go. We have this pause button, update component state, set value. Did I remove this? I thought I just did this. Timer running, set value false. Cool. That's the action. And then we want this timer running, and we want the opposite of it. Okay. And then this one, it'll reset. We're going to set that action up later. So let's go to our workout active. Let's go to our home page or somewhere. I want to get to that screen. So this start workout, navigate back. Nice. This start workout is going to go to our workout active now. Perfect. We're going to allow back navigation. Awesome. I'm going to just undo that a little bit. I'm going to move this little bar too. Cool. Okay, let's see. No, all good. I'll get back to the drawing board, try custom code. Yeah. Yep, that's pretty good. Sweet. So let's go ahead and refresh. Now we can test. This is so much fun. I'm gonna just log in here. Oop, thought I was gonna log in. Andrew. Okay. Boom. Awesome. We're gonna do this. We're gonna start the workout. Sweet. So we have this set up wrong. Timer running. All right, first update component on change. Let's see. We have one. Yes. So timer running. Aha, that's what we need to do. This one needs to be opposite. And this one needs to be true. Sick. That's all we need. I'm going to do that. And then we have the exercise that we're going to be working on. Never, 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 never. There you go. So we have a timer running down. It's not bad. The pause. Oh, we didn't do the here we started the timer. We also need to update the component state. Update component state. Timer running equals true. Perfect, dude. Sweet. You see, and then what we can do is when the timer is complete, we can actually trigger something on this page, which is wunderbar. So we'll pause, play again, see that, see how if you just started this timer from without the component state, it would reset every single time. But now we're setting this from a component state. So now we can play and pause, and then this one will reset, you know. Oh, we're supposed to stop the timer. Ah, we just updated the component. There you go. Timer. Oop. And we're gonna stop. There you go. Okay. And then this one will be the reset timer. Oh, timer. We'll reset it. 6,000. Yeah, cool. All right, we're gonna update this. Boom. I was just talking about this. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to light mode on the building. So thank you all for joining. I have a lot of Twitter people. So hey Dieter. Is that how you say your name? Thanks for joining, guys. I really do appreciate it. So let's see. This is pause, play, pause. Yeah. 56. Nice. There you go. All right. So that's showing it. Okay. Great. We're 36 minutes in. We did talk a lot about other things. So we have that. Let's go ahead and make this a little more fun here. I'm gonna just expand that. We're gonna change these to be our actual. I think last week we talked about like uh, the reason one of the reasons why I'm doing this is because I want a simple app, and my inspo was Easlo off Twitter. So I want something super simple and something beautiful and aesthetic that I could work off of. So this will be our exercise. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a page view here. I want a single workout. I want my exercises, right? Squats, push-ups, etc. I want them to sort of be all on the same page. I don't want to create multiple of these pages, right? So I'm actually going to, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to put in a page view. I copied it. Sorry. I didn't delete it. I copied it. I cut it. So boom. Now I'm going to paste that in right here. And we're going to set up a parameter here. Workout, uh, workout doc. Okay. Workout document. And this will be our workouts. Perfect. And then on our workout details, so workout details here. Let's see, I'm just gonna make sure. App that helps cancer patients recover after their, oh man, I love that. Ah, teacher, thank you, man. Kevin, good to have you. You didn't miss much. I was just sort of fumbling around building a workout app, talking about the drama of price changes and FlutterFlow 6.0 releases. So ooh, 10 minutes. No, I need to remove a zero here. So we were just chilling, man. Just chilling. Okay. So we have this. I'm going to move. Let me see. We have a workout here. So this is the workouts document reference. And I have the workout list here of all the exercises. And I actually want to pass that. So here's the thing with optimization, right? We're querying here. We always have a new workout here, or we'll always like get the latest workout information on this page because we're querying it here. And then we have a query for, uh, we have a query. Let's see, why isn't this? Oh, I have a scroll here. We're gonna move that. I'm gonna make this. There you go. Yeah, we have a workout exercises here, and I want to pass that to the next page. I don't want to query again. Like our workout details page is going to take this information, the latest information from here, and it's going to send it to the next page. So it's going to be very performant. So in order to do that, I need this button to have access to my exercises. And in order to do that, I need to wrap this in a container here. And I'm going to say exercise query. Okay. And I'm just going to move this, try to move a widget into its descendants. Yeah, I'm just going to move this backend query up to the exercise query. There you go. And now this little guy is wrapped in this little guy, and I can send the workout details and the exercises, a list of exercises here. And Supabase or documents is list exercises. Nice. Cool. And on this page view, I don't know if we need the I don't know if we need the indicators. We're going to do that. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to query these guys, or actually set them dynamically here. Exercises. There. And we're going to take the list from up top, and we're just going to save that. Boom. Okay. Awesome. Sick, dude. Cool. So we have a timer, we have our exercises, and then we have access to the document information. So everything in the document. Thanks for continuing the stream. It's always good to see how others build and FlutterFlow. Kevin, thanks, man. I do appreciate it. I enjoy just building, man. I like building things. So, all right. So we have our exercises here. So our exercises, all they have is a name and goal reps essentially. So we can have the name here, right? We'll have a name. I guess we do have a description. We have rest time. We have all that stuff, but we don't have any of that set actually. So we'll have the name, and yeah, maybe we'll have a description down here. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. This row. Okay, I had AI generate this, so it's a little. Hey, I want. I want this. Okay, I'm gonna have the goal reps down here, and I don't need this. Oof. Sorry, don't need this row. It's useless. Remove here. I don't even need this, but just for perpetuity, we'll just do that. There you go. Cool. Workout name. And then I'm going to create this because I want this to go all the way down. I'm going to have my display large be my goal reps. So exercises, my goal reps. Boom. Yeah, we'll just say 0. All of them should have a goal rep of like 1 or 2. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna combine text, or we can convert to rich text, I guess. Replace rich text. I just want to set up there. Boom. Goal reps. And here I'll say my goal reps. Cool. So we'll have a name. We'll have a small description here, and then we'll have the goal reps. I'm trying to think if I want this down below. Maybe I want this down below. Who knows? And then next exercise, right? We're going to just on this button down here, outside of here, we have previous. So, yeah, previous. We can control the page view. So we're just going to control the page view. Boom, control page view. We'll say previous. And we're going to do a couple things here. I'm going to wrap this in a row. We're going to expand that row because I don't want to show, there's no previous on the first one, right? So we actually need to hide this. We're going to say, hey, look, if page view equals 1, okay, or 0, sorry, page view, current index equals 0, we're not going to show this. So I guess we're gonna show it if it's greater than or equal to 1. Boom, there you go. Sweet. And then the action here, I just want to copy and paste that action to the next exercise as well. Okay, boom, next. Okay, and we'll do some additional styling on that. If it's the last index, right? If you're on the last workout, we probably don't want. I don't know if we want the previous, but we definitely want like a complete action here, complete a workout. So we have some required parameters here. So now we can pass these parameters here. We're going to pass the workout document, which is this workout document here. And we're going to pass all of the exercises, which we have here. Sweet. And we're going to be able to see this live. Like you're going to be able to do this workout now. I'm sort of building this selfishly. I just wanted this for myself. I do like a little, I'm trying to get back into working out. And in that process, right, I have my own, oh, I need a back arrow here. I need that to work. I have my own little workout that I do. It's a full body workout, but it's really simple. And all it is are like these 10 separate workouts, jumping jacks, running in place, little simple things that are just good for your body. And then I do them a minute. I rest 30 seconds in between. And I just try to get as much as I can. So burpees and all sorts of good stuff. So we'll do that. Nice butterflies. Ooh, we need some We need some padding on this guy. Let's do 16. Let's do some spacing here. Cool. So as you can see, my next exercise button is there, and my previous is not. But if I had hid this button without adding this row, I'm just going to call this row spacer, right? And I expanded the row, then my button would still, it would be on the left. It wouldn't be on the right. So now I have this exercise, looky there, boom, boom, boom. All right, cool, cool, cool. My button is not showing up. Oh, okay, okay. Obviously, you know what's happening? So this is great. The page view needs to update the page. So we have allow swipe scrolling. We don't have this update page on swipe. Let's do that. Let's add that in. Okay. And now you'll see, because I would have to, like, if I play this, now I updated something. I updated the state of this page. So now I get my previous button. But when I navigate from one page to the next, I want it to update. So there you go. Previous button. I can even animate it in. So let's go ahead and do that, right? We're not prompting, we're vibing. I'm going to fade in. Boom. I'm going to do 300. I'm going to do a slide, -20, actually. I want to slide from the left. Oh, that's a vertical slide, obviously. So let's copy that. One thing I wish that FlutterFlow would do is remove the max amount from these. If I do like 200 or 240, I can't. You can only do like 100. It's very frustrating. It was not like that. And then somebody was like, "Hey, let's add max values to our animations," because it's like, homie, I want to like navigate across the screen. How do you handle that? Shrink wrap list view. Do we need to wrap the list view in a container with no width and height? Okay, Yitter, this is great. So list views. It's okay to have a shrink wrap list view. It's just not going to be as performant as an expanded list view. So typically, whoa, what is going on here? Why do we have padding? I have padding here, right? Padding, yes. Uh, da-da-da-da-da-da. We have like a max. Oh, that's weird. That is weird. Interesting. Yeah, we have 16. Okay. I don't know what that is. All right. And we have our play pause buttons up here. We have access to this timer though. Okay, sorry, Dieter. So the goal, really what you want is anytime you can, expand your list views, right? And make them primary, which will make them scrollable. This will be the most performant way to handle data. Now, in a scenario like this, right, it's totally fine. Our workout, um, if we go back to our workouts here, um, right, this is, even if I come, I don't know if I can make it this small, but I'm going to scroll just this list view here. So there's a couple ways to handle this. The most common way is to wrap everything above this list view into the app bar, and then make that like flexible, right? You're going to use flexible space. You're going to make it collapsible, all that good stuff. That's what I've done in the past. It works really well. I mean, we're doing that on the Marketplace app. We have like a whole page view in the app bar up top, and then you scroll down to get the whole list view of products and information. So that would be something I would do. Now you can have shrink wrap list views. They're not going to be as performant, and they will. Yeah, they're not going to be as performant. They're not going to be as good. You may have some lag, and it may slow up your application. So best practice, if you do expand this stuff, like you said, wrap it in a container, and put a width and a height on. Well, you don't need a width necessarily, but definitely put a height on that container. So especially on web apps, that's going to be the best practice. You want sort of those list views scrollable within a verified height. So cool. So we have our timers. We have a number of exercises, and I'm going to add in a little progress bar indicator, right? So we can do that. and I'm going to add it in. Where should I add it in? Because we have the page views, but I want to add in like this progress bar indicator that showcases. And really what I'm going to do is, I don't know if I need this. I don't know if I need this background with a box shadow. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. I'm just trying to think of how to make this clean. What would Easlo do? So, okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to add in this container up here. I'm going to remove these. Boop. And I'm going to do a width full. I'm going to make it 16. And this one will be our progress indicator. Boom. And then I'm going to add a container in here, and I'm going to say progress. Ooh, progress. You could do a progress bar as well, but I'm going to, let's see, could you do, yeah, you could do a progress bar. Okay. I'm going to make this color our primary. I'm going to set it over there, and I'm going to implicitly animate it. Cool. And then let's see, how am I going to do this? I'm going to set it. We could have a variety of we want width times number of things. How do I do this? Maybe I do want a progress bar indicator. It's gonna be a little bit of math, so maybe we'll do that. Yeah, we'll just do a progress bar for now. That's gonna be a little easier. Linear. Okay, here we're gonna use a custom function. The way you get this to expand all the way is just remove the width there. And then we're going to remove the text. Okay, small custom function here. And let's see, accent 4. We do accent 1. Okay, nice. I like that, actually. And then we want a custom function. And the custom function is going to be our progress bar indicator. Okay, we're going to return a double. And we want the total value. It's going to be an integer, and we want the current value, also going to be an integer. And I'm going to say, take the current value and divide it by the total value and return as a double between 0 and 1. Okay. I think that's right. Current value divided by total value. That's going to give us the progress. We'll see. It'll either be right or it'll be wrong. You guys tell me my math. Yes, you could calculate. You could use the custom expression to calculate the width as well. The custom expressions have really improved in FlutterFlow. The reason why I'm doing this is I want to use this other places as well. Like, and therefore I can just use this, right? I can just, hey, custom function, boom, input the two numbers, and we're going to be good to go. So like this, we're just going to say progress value. Hey, give me my progress bar indicator. The total value is going to be the number of exercises here, number of items. We're going to make it a 0. We'll make it a 1 as the default value. So if we don't get that, and then the current value here, we can do one of two things. If we want the progress to complete, right? Because the progress indicator, it goes from 0 to the number. So if we have 7 workouts, it's going to start from 0 and go to 6. So you'll never see the progress complete. But hey, we'll just do page view for now. Okay. You can do a custom expression, just page view plus 1, right? Boom. And what I did was on the progress, yes, Okay, we're not doing this on the container, so it doesn't really matter. But all right, we'll make the custom code. So we'll do this. We have our workouts. I need the ability to remove workouts. So here, butterflies, goal reps 50. Whoosh. Okay, so we have next exercise. I don't know why this previous button is there. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make this light mode just so it's a little easier to see. Cool. Start workout. All right, so we don't have that yet because we need to reload. Let's do that. Oh, linear product isn't defined. Linear percent indicator. Linear with 0. It is defined. Oh, maybe we just, yeah, point. Yeah, 1, 0. Current progress bar, current value. Yeah, that should work. I don't know why it's giving me that error. Sometimes just reloading it will help. Cool. Paid version of FlutterFlow import my work. Yes, that's a good question. I don't know actually with the new. Sorry, this is a question on YouTube. Um, let's see. Wait, percent indicator isn't defined. All right, fine. We're just gonna stop this and reload. That should solve the issue. Okay, so Iter has a question. Is it necessary to have the paid version of FlutterFlow to import my work from Figma to FlutterFlow? Good question, man. I don't know what their current I don't know what their current scenario is with that, in all honesty. Um, but yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know if it's going to be outlined in the pricing plan or what, but do cool. Now we're almost done. Okay, so here we're going to start the workout. Boom, and then we're going to do next exercise. Looky there. Oop. Ooh, oh, okay. This is in the whoa. That's in the page view. No, I don't want that in the page view. All right, we're going to have to. We're going to bring this out of the page view. We don't want it in the page view. That's awkward. There you go. Previous, previous, previous. We just want that to update. This is, I mean, pretty much what we got over here, right? We have this timer. We have this. We have the complete set. Same thing with like Lovable. We have overall progress, push-ups, 0 reps, timer. I, I don't know. There's something here, right? Could probably do better. Uh, but I think this is pretty good, right? This would obviously probably some work here. We'll reset the timer every time you go to the next one. And uh, whenever you complete one, you really want to work out. You really want like when this timer ends. So here we're going to have this like bring up a custom dialog or bring up a bottom sheet when it ends. Okay. Hey there, a, a Diathan. We are building a workout app, and I was just sort of comparing what I did in Lovable and DreamFlow and what it like where I'm at essentially with FlutterFlow. Just building out a simple workout app that I can publish to the web and I can just use, constantly. So we have this. When the timer ends, we want a bottom sheet. So I'm going to do that. So when timer ends, we have like set timer running to false, reset the timer value, and then we want bottom sheet. Okay, show bottom sheet. And I don't have a bottom sheet for this, so we need to create one. Add component. I guess any of these will work. Success. I'm just going to do this one. Modal complete. All right. Workout complete. And I think we can remove this. Do I have a list view here? Yes, I do. Boom. Awesome. I'm going to do an icon here. It's going to be a big one. I'm going to just center all of this. Actually, it's all centered good. I'm going to remove this. There you go. This icon, I'm going to add some padding to. We're going to make it like 72. And we're going to make it a check. Make it this one. And I'm going to make it green, obviously. Complete. Workout complete. Awesome. Cool. And this one should be alternate. Cool. It's gonna take us a minute to do this because we need to reset this timer. So I'm gonna actually do it. I'm gonna do it like 15 seconds. So I guess that would be, let's see, timer value. Let's just do 2. And here, let's do 2. This will make it like 20 seconds, maybe, I think. Cool. And then we will do complete, modal complete. Nice. We'll make our berry color accent 4, and we'll do enable drag. Cool. So when the timer stops, right, and we can play a sound, which won't play here, but we could like play a sound as well. Let's see, play sound. Yeah, network path. Okay, cool. Yeah, we could just upload something and it could be like boop. Can do a little jingle. So here we have 20 seconds. Nice. We'll play it. Ah, yeah, we'll play this. And what should happen is, as it ends, we should get a bottom sheet that says, "Hey, workout complete." We can make it really cool, and then you could also from that workout, you could say, "Hey, look, go to the next exercise," or it could have another timer for a rest timer, right? Hey, you have 40 seconds to rest. Boom, there you go. Oh yeah, right there, workout complete. Looks terrible because this is not. It's coming up way too much. So we need to just boop, remove that. This column, we'll do that, and we'll add like 44 pixels at the bottom. You're doing great. We'll add a little bit of spacing here. Nice work. Keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. And then what you could do is, um, you would have like an action. Sorry, I'm trying to think. You could have some sort of action parameter that you'd pass in here that could go to the next. You can control that page view essentially. But oh, that's okay. You don't need to know anything about Flutter. Well, what you do need to know is, sorry, this is a YouTube comment. Somebody said they don't know anything about Flutter. Is that you can deploy to the web and to iOS and to Android all from a single code base, which is pretty sick. So really enjoy that aspect of this. I like where this app is. Um, I'm going to I'm gonna have like the ability. I'm gonna add some ability to like input my reps. So maybe that's what I'll do here in this middle section, and then boom, nice workout complete. That's great. Hey, we did pretty good for the hour. So yeah, but that's the beauty of Flutter in general. You can deploy to three different places. Their performance has gotten a lot better on the web. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. And yeah, a little workout app. So what we did today was we worked on the detail screen, a timer, a pause, a reset, a complete, the ability to this is like real data we're interacting with. We could input like a description here as well. Really looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm gonna publish this. I'll share the link in the description in the video. So I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday and enjoy. So.